Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the type of body. And it doesn't quite look like it. Especially when there's some. Oh, Jesus. Good afternoon, people. Right, back again after having a break to collect Franziskaner. A little bit different this one. Rather than doing it in one, for the ones that are not interested in the face-off, I'm doing the face-off separately. We've just done a review of this, literally 5 minutes ago. I got so excited I lost my bottle top. Arguing whether it's the best supermarket beer, because I know you get Erdinger in the supermarket. No, best supermarket beer. Best supermarket beers are all Weissbiers. That's not up for debate or anything.
That is if you're an IPA drinker.
No, don't be silly. Well, they're not going to be watching this, are they? If you're an IPA drinker, why are you going to watch this? You're not going to bother. God damn.
Because you might like both, like I do.
You like anything. Right. So, you could have got the Franziskaner one of these.
Oh, for goodness sake, he's been so bossy today.
Ooh, you like that?
I know you've only got royal.
Oh, no. Oh, brave. I'm going to be in trouble later.
You will be.
I'm going to be in trouble. But yeah, £2 in the supermarket. I'm learning from the handbag man. I'll probably drop a bottle in a minute, won't I?
I wouldn't be surprised.
So this is risky. This is bad. I shouldn't even.
Colour-wise, it looks so similar.
I shouldn't even be doing this if I had any brain as a person.
It's really interesting because they're both fantastic drinks. They're both reasonably priced and available at the supermarket, which is fantastic.
Yeah, right. You want to get a shot? I'll get out of the way.
I can do that.
I'll get out of the way. Don't want people looking at the beer and not me, do I?
Okay.
Looking at the beer and not me, that don't make any sense.
There we go.
Right, you took your time, didn't you?
My first one was a bit fuzzy, although actually it might have been my eyes, I'm not sure.
Alright, so what we're going to have to do first is have a...
Yeah, you have to have a go on that because I'm not drinking that phone. Lots of people don't mind dipping in and getting a mouthful of it. I really don't like it.
I always say, and I must say this before we go too much into it, I always say my introduction to wheat beer was Franziskaner.
Indeed.
But it wasn't. It was not my introduction to Weissbier.
Okay, go on.
You don't know? I thought you knew everything about me.
But if you thought it was, why am I going to think any different?
But I'm just...
I don't know, it's been so long.
You are getting
Known
on
you
with
for
it.
a long time.
My introduction to Weissbier was before I met you. And it wasn't the German beer.
Oh,
it was a French beer.
Yeah.
It used to be sold in the UK called Kronenberg Blanc. That's it, you see.
Indeed.
So that's where that love affair started, way back in the mid-90s.
Yeah, that style of drink, yeah.
And I never knew anything about what a wheat beer was. I just knew it as 1664 Blanc, I used to call it, I think. I used to think of Blanc like plonk. I absolutely loved it. You know, I used to go out my way to pubs to find it and everything. I think we used to get it in bottles and cans then as well back in the days.
I always remember the little bottles of it.
Yeah. You probably normally normal Kronenberg bottles now, you?
No.
No difference. Loads of people do. Don't be ashamed. It's all right. Don't be ashamed. I'm here to look after you. But no, that's where it all started. And then obviously Blanc got taken away. Life changed, didn't it?
Hogarden came along.
Hogarden came along, yeah.
Pubs and it was strong.
When it was much stronger.
Yeah.
I forgot that bit. So yeah, so that Hogarden was
Yeah.
Franziskaner is the third love of my life. Oh yeah, you like that, didn't you? I know, I always remind you about that. It was a wheat beer. Apart from the fact, it's not quite as good. Right. Anyway, enough about the life story. I'm sure people have had enough. If anyone's actually watching now, fair play.
Yeah.
You're a real treat. But you
You
know why
are
they'll be
indeed.
watching? Because they want me to bodge this up. AJB will watch this. Intrigued.
Right, go on. Good old go. Get that foam down there. I'm gonna have a smell.
Oh shit.
Sugar.
Sugar, yeah. It's the worst time to be drinking, Frankie, because I've just obviously drank that on the last review.
The smell wise, I'm getting a more sweet maltiness from this one, whereas I'm getting a more clovey banana smell from this one. So I'm going to go in and have a taste.
I remember the bottle's not as good as the keg. Absolutely lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the smoothest.
Bready, wheaty, banana-y, cloves on the finish.
Definitely. It's underestimated by some. I
God.
really.
There's great flavours in there. When you stand back and actually admire the flavours that are in the drink, rather than just drinking it because you're enjoying it, there was so much going on there.
Yeah, it's a handsome drink, as I say, by so many people.
This definitely smells sweeter.
Very underestimated. Colour-wise, they're so similar.
Slightly sweeter, less complex. There's a little bit less wheatiness going on there, more sort of ripe banana-y kind of flavours. Not as much clove and definition at the end.
It's got the bubblegum hint, so they're
Yes.
not. I
They're
can't remember
similar,
saying.
but
Yeah, but
they
they're
are
not
nowhere
that
near
similar.
identical. No. And I can't pick out the two which ones I prefer, because I do like that sweet maltiness that I'm getting from this. But the Franziskaner has that complexity and that lovely finish, which really balances off all the flavours.
Well, they're both top drawer, without a doubt. I couldn't pick. The banana.
I could pick one from the other, but I couldn't pick one that I like more than the other.
The banana end bit on there is more prominent, whereas to that, it's like that leaves you with that bubble gum. It's definitely bubble gum. The more I drink of it, the more I'm sure it's bubble gum. I haven't read that though, so maybe it's in my head.
No, you're right. The sweetness, it leaves you with that more bubblegum kind of aftertaste. Whereas with Franziskaner, you're not getting that. You're getting a more herby kind of spicy taste.
Yeah, and like a standard banana taste rather than a ripe, if that makes sense. I mean, I'd prefer Hacker to Hacker the Cracker to both of them. That's the
We're not going to
honesty.
get another third bowl lined up in the bar now, are we?
No, because Hacker doesn't need to go against these two. It's way ahead. That's in my opinion, obviously, right? This is really close for me.
It is very close.
Right now, I think on a hot summer's day, although this being 5.4 and slightly stronger, I think that would go down better than that because of the sweetness on a hot summer's day. Overall, I have to stick with my Frankie, but it's damn close and a lot closer than what I thought it was, and I thought I'd never say that.
I think they're both fantastic drinks in their own right.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit sweeter, this one a little bit more herby spiciness at the end. But yeah,
But they're both top draw.
both.
I mean, a Macel's fan. I'm not being mean about Macel's.
for
It's
goodness
a good enough
sake.
beer. It's just not top 30 or anything. But a Macel's fan, you're going to prefer this. I mean, this puts Macel's to bed by a mile, like it does puts Paulana to bed, puts Rofus to bed. I was definitely right in moving that up to top 10.
Yeah.
But like, I prefer like Snyder, Tap 7, and it's the Weihenstephaner, isn't it, Wes?
I don't know
I don't
how
know,
you
I'll get
pronounce the names of these
Well, I've probably got
drinks.
most of the pronunciations wrong, but no one knows if they're right or wrong anyway. But I just feel with Frankie, just edges it.
It's just a little bit more complex. There's just that little bit more going on for me. It's slightly more different flavours, really work well together.
But do you know what?
It's, yeah, if you said you had that or you had that on tap, and
I'll take either.
I would take either. I would be quite happy
We
to
drank
drink
this all
either
week
of
in
them.
Hamburg last week.
It was absolutely lovely.
One thing though, right? This is what I was thinking as well. That tap in Hamburg was better than that. That tap, they must have had that cleaned perfectly. You didn't get so much sweetness on it. It flowed through quicker. That was better on that tap in the London bar in Hamburg last week. 100%.
It was a very, very good pint.
It was clean. It was, I mean, not saying that's not, because that is a fantastic drink. I've just rated it 9 out of 10 in its own right. Probably more than I gave the Beauty here.
Yeah, sometimes things coming through on draft do just have that little bit more edge to them, don't they?
Imagine this coming on the perfect draft. Dreams can come true, you know. They always promised another wheat beer, but that's been going on for 3 years. Then again, they promised a cider, but who knows this year, right?
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, this is tough for anyone, these. But I just feel, and I say I'm being biased in that Maisel group that I participate in.
Oh, for goodness sake, will you drop it?
I'm just being honest. But it's damn close, and they've definitely earned its right in the top 10.
If you could pick up either of these at the supermarket and you're a Weizenbier fan, you're not going to go wrong with either of them. They're both absolutely great drinks, and I would happily drink either.
And it is showing you a different aspect of Weissbier. People say are so similar when they're not.
No, there are differences. There are differences.
A lot when you put them together.
Yeah.
You really do taste that. There's a lovely bubblegum taste, and this is top draw. The banana at the beginning, the smoothness, everything, and this is right up there, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh. But I'm drinking
Yeah,
it
the
now.
blue Edelweiss is more like this one, whereas the green Edelweiss is more like this.
The 5.38 Edelweiss, you mean?
The blue one, which is
The weaker one.
the weaker one, yeah, reminds me of this. And the green one, which is the stronger one, reminds me of
That blue Edelweiss, after I tried the original
because it's quite sweet.
Edelweiss, isn't so good. That isn't that sweet. It's just got that bubblegum at the end. On your mouthfeel, it's really ripe banana and everything. And you, oh, never mind. Right, I can't be bothered. Right, anyway, if you got this far,
Well done.
yeah,
You've got a lot of patience.
I'll try not to upload them together. That would be the best thing there, wouldn't
probably.
it? But yeah, let's just call it, Frankie, just. Very just.
For me, both great. I'm not going to say one over the other.
Well, I'm saying Frankie, so shush you. Right, okay, as I say, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. I know I'm going to get it for this already before I even upload it. So there you go. Bonjour, people.